Till. Jim watches him commit the word to memory. Once he learns it, the boy never forgets anything. Apparently, the robber held your grandfather and his partner at gunpoint, then made them take off their uniforms. Carrie blinks. Why'd he do that? No one knows for sure, but probably so they wouldn't run after him right away. Their uniforms were found in the trash about a dozen blocks away, along with their belts and guns, unfired. But he didn't just run away. No, he didn't. Carrie processes this, but clearly something bothers him about it. How did one robber manage to hold up two cops? Didn't they have their guns on them? Jim smiles. His boy knows to ask questions, look for evidence, be smart. He drums this into both his boys, and will do the same with Audrey when she's old enough. Well, that's a great question, Care. One I've been asking myself ever since I was your age. And the answer is simple. They knew their killer. It was most likely someone they trusted. Jesus, Carrie says. Who was it? Jim shakes his head. No one was ever officially charged with the murder. But you know who did it. Jim nods. Yeah, I have a pretty good idea. There's not much to do except hang around here on the corner with a bottle of beer that's beating sweat and flowers that are already wilting. The May sun is punishing and hot. God help him the day they knock this place down to build condos or some such shit. Jim realizes that, yeah, cities need to change and evolve, but this corner should stay the way it is, as a reminder. But nobody remembers. Nobody cares. Jim is lost in a reverie when he feels a tug on his coat sleeve and hears an urgent plea from Carrie. Dad. Hey, man, a weary voice calls out. Jim turns around to see some homeless guy wearing a green army jacket, cautiously ambling up 17th Street toward them. He's scuffed, dirty, and shivering despite the heat. Jim puts his hand on his son's shoulder and squeezes it. It's okay, Care. The mayor has spent the last 4 years chasing the homeless out of Center City, so they've started drifting up here, to the outskirts, in increasing numbers. This guy probably sees Jim in his jacket and tie and thinks he can hit him up for a few bucks, or maybe whatever's left of the Schmitz in his hand. Sorry, can't help you, buddy. Jim turns his attention back to the flowers on the ground. He's not in the mood to deal with this shit right now, but it looks like his visit is going to be shorter than usual. He squeezes his son's shoulder again. You ready to go? Hey, man, the guy says again, pleading now. Jim senses Carrie tensing up. He's a fragile kid, easily spooked, just like his mother. Jim's deciding whether it's worth flashing his badge or not. Tell the guy to go bother someone else, when the guy says, Jimmy, it's me. Jim gives the guy a closer look. Red eyes, trembling lips, high on something. But his features are familiar, even if Jim can't place them. Somebody he busted? No, somebody he busted wouldn't call him Jimmy. It's George, man, the guy says. And then it all clicks so hard, Jim's head spins a little. Jesus. The last time Jim saw George Wilde Jr., it was more than 10 years ago, in an interrogation room, back when Jim was working narcotics. Guy says he knows you. Yeah, Jim knew the guy. He did what he could for him, which wasn't much. He had a few felony arrests for burglary, dope dealing, auto theft. There are 2 paths you can follow. Even as a kid, Jim knew George Jr. here was headed down the wrong one, despite what his father did for a living. Hey, George, Jim says. I'm sorry, it's been a while. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Is that your oldest? George asks, looking at Carrie. No, this is Carrie, my second-born, Jim says. Care, this is my friend George. His daddy was Grandpop's partner, Carrie says, getting it. George Jr. gestures to the bunch of flowers leaning up against the wall. Should have thought of that. Jim shakes his head. They're for both of them. My pop and